This story will blow your mind and leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about power, betrayal, and hidden agendas. Picture this: a massive terrorist attack shakes Israel to its core, but what if it wasn't just bad luck? What if someone high up let it happen? And what does that have to do with a fiery conservative voice like Charlie Kirk suddenly becoming a target for assassination? Buckle up, because we're diving deep into the shadows where politics, intelligence failures, and outright treachery collide. This isn't your average news recap, this is the explosive truth that powerful people don't want you to hear. Let's set the scene. It's October 2023, and Hamas launches a brutal assault on Israel, paragliders swooping in, militants storming borders, innocent people slaughtered at festivals and in their homes. Over 1,200 dead, hundreds taken hostage. The world gasps in horror. But Charlie Kirk, the no-holds-barred podcaster and Turning Point USA founder, doesn't buy the official line. On his show, he drops bombshell after bombshell, hinting at something sinister inside Israel's own government. Was there a stand-down order, he asks, his voice cutting like a knife. 6 hours, 6 agonizing hours of live-streamed massacres, and no response? Israel, the size of New Jersey, a fortress armed to the teeth, surveilled from every angle. How does that happen? Kirk's been to Israel multiple times. He's walked the Gaza border, seen the 19-year-old soldiers with AR-15s every 10 feet. The whole country is the IDF, he says. Helicopters from Jerusalem to the border? Just 45 minutes. Yet, reports say it took hours for help to arrive. Suspect, Kirk calls it, and he's not whispering. He's shouting it from the rooftops. And get this, he's pro-Israel through and through. Loves the place, says it strengthened his faith, seeing where Jesus rose from the dead. But even he can't ignore the red flags. Protests against Netanyahu were raging, hundreds of thousands in the streets over judicial reforms that basically rewrote the constitution. Netanyahu's approval? In the tank. Then boom, the attack hits, protests vanish, and suddenly Bibi's got an emergency government and a blank check for war. Think about it. Israel's on the brink of civil war pre-attack. Judicial overhaul sparks massive unrest. Netanyahu's seen as power-hungry, gutting checks and balances. Protests planned for tens of thousands? Cancelled post-attack. Now Bibi's untouchable, leading a unity government with a mandate for revenge. Kirk warns, they're talking ethnic cleansing in Gaza, removing 2.5 million people. He doesn't say it lightly, but boom, there it is. They have a moral right to seek blood, he admits, after seeing women and kids burned alive, dragged through streets. But truce? Peace treaty? Morally crap. Yet, he pleads, be precise, Israel. Don't overreact. Because if they do, if it's all-out annihilation, that screams intentional. Stand down? Known in advance? Kirk's connecting dots that terrify. The panel freezes when he says it. Jaws drop. Ethnic cleansing, a term that makes everyone squirm. Kirk clarifies, some Israeli hardliners want only Jews in Israel, ignoring the 20% Arab population. That's dynamite. And remember, militants didn't just breach, they escaped with 100 hostages. In a country with cameras, radars, walls like North Korea's DMZ? On the 50th anniversary of Yom Kippur War, a holy day? How did you not know? Kirk demands. Even his co-host, a pro-Israel guy too, nods. This isn't anti-Israel ranting, it's tough love from allies. Now, tie it back to the assassination plot. Kirk's voice echoes in conservative circles, millions listen. He's not some Twitter troll, he's mainstream fire. Questioning Israel's response, hinting at internal sabotage? That rattles cages in Washington, Tel Aviv, beyond. Powerful interests, lobbies, governments don't like narratives shifting. Culture wars? Tolerable. But this? Explosive. Critics like me, I've slammed Kirk before, suddenly agree, he's onto something. When big platforms challenge sacred cows, threats follow. Before we wrap, comment where you're from, like, subscribe, don't miss the next bombshell. This story's no coincidence. Kirk's Israel deep dive, post-October 7, put a target on his back. Was the attack allowed for political gain? Traitors in IDF? Stand down to crush protests, boost Netanyahu? Questions burn. And the assassination arrest? Smoke screen or real? Evidence thin, praise overblown. Pattern, dissent on Israel gets silenced. Kirk's plea resonates, Israel, focus retaliation. You have the right. But overreach? Proves foul play. Gaza's stats, 58% support Hamas, per polls. West Bank different. But maps show, tiny strip, heavily guarded. Breach and escape? Impossible without inside help. This echoes Holocaust horrors, the closest in our lifetime. Jews deserve justice. But mandate for ethnic cleansing? Slippery. Kirk's sharp, if annihilation follows, intentional. Guts say yes, stories not clicking. Bottom line, Kirk's not conspiracy nut, he's pattern spotter. Maui, Epstein, now this. Room goes silent because truth hurts. Powerful fear voices like his. Assassination attempt? Maybe tied. Dissent dangerous.